Alright everyone, welcome to my review for Solo: A Star Wars Story. Before I even begin, yes, there will be spoilers, and major spoilers. So, to start with, I have got some notes I wrote down right after I got out of the movie, and I want to read those off real quick. I loved how Chewie was introduced. That was great. There's a beast. L337, that droid was great, and I don't think I liked her as much as I liked K2SO, but man, she was great. The Kessel Run, also one of the best parts of the movie in my opinion. The battle on the mud planet, I don't know its name, so I'm just going to call it that. That was awesome. And the Darth Maul cameo, that was also great, and I understand who they're referring to now, and they kept on referring to Red Dawn. I'm going to mention plot, characters, and I didn't actually have any issues with the movie. I just still don't see Han in the new actor. I just still don't see it, but that's alright. I also kind of subconsciously called a lot of the major twists before they actually happened, so it was kind of predictable. But, back to Alden Ehrenreich, I think he did a good job as Han. I still don't really see him as Han, but he did a good job. The train scene was also another good scene, and so was the final battle. Enfys Nest, I didn't do much, but I liked her story, and I liked what she ended up doing, and how they were beginning the rebellion. The Kessel, I'm kind of going all over the place, I know, but like I said, these are just notes I wrote down right after. The Kessel Run monster was cool. I'm pretty sure that was a reference to a Legends monster, but I can't remember its name. I just remember it had tentacles. The battle at the Spice Mines was also great. That would make a great Star Wars Battlefront map. And I also, speaking of battles, I loved seeing war from the Empire's point of view. It was different. It was a nice difference. And there was also, aside from Darth Maul, there was also a Rogue One cameo, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's very subtle. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to let you catch that one on your own. And then seeing the Pikes in a live movie, because we've only ever seen them in the Clone Wars, that was also kind of neat. And as the whole, I give the movie an 8 out of 10. So, I liked the plot of the movie, I liked all the villains, and it was just good. I really enjoyed the whole thing. The opening scene was great, and I liked how it didn't just jump in. I like how it didn't just jump into it. There was like, I don't remember what the exact words were, but it was talking about a lawless galaxy and high demand for things like hyperfuel and things like that. And then the way they brought up the title card, Solo, A Star Wars Story. Like, I loved it. It was like a hologram above... Crap. They said the home planet a whole bunch of times, and I used to know it off the top of my head, and now my mind's blank and I can't think of the name. Oh, man. I know it. I just can't get it out. Corellia, that's it. Yeah, Corellia, I liked that, and I liked seeing the Star Destroyers being built. The Maul cameo, I'll mention that again. I want to know what him and Kira are up to. And kind of like going into Rogue One. I had a feeling all the characters in this movie who weren't in the originals would die, but I was wrong about Kira, but I had a feeling most of them would end up dead. That's the disadvantage with doing these Star Wars stories is if they don't die or are explained in that movie while they're not around, you got to explain why they're not around. And now I want to know where Kira was during the events of the original trilogy or Rebels or anything like that. Nothing mentions her, so maybe we'll get a book about what happens, or maybe the novelization will tell us something about it. And maybe it's just because I'm used to seeing Han with Leia, but it was just kind of... I mean, I'm accepting that he had someone before Leia, but it was just kind of weird, I think, seeing him with someone else. But like I said, that's just because I've grown up knowing those two are together. So, I'm fine with it. It was just kind of weird. Just a weird feeling, I'm like, I know who you end up with. And the golden dice from The Last Jedi and A New Hope, great seeing those back. It was just a fun little reference to people who've noticed them. And I liked how he won the Falcon from Lando. And I thought it was mighty convenient that the front of the Falcon that got knocked out into the exact shape it was in the originals. I thought that was mighty convenient, but the Falcon as a whole got beat up during the Kessel Run. And then right before that, you had the mass rebellion and L337 just going, Rebel, freedom! It was great. I loved it. That droid made me laugh. That droid really made me laugh a lot like K2SO did. And I was surprised that it was kind of more realistic just watching people get randomly knocked off throughout the whole movie. I was kind of expecting Rogue One where none of them died till the end, but having some of the ones aren't from it, die off and on throughout the whole thing, it kind of kept you on your toes because you didn't know who was going to go and when. And when L337 died, it kind of caught me off guard. And then the conversation between her and Kira on the Falcon's Bridge also, that was good. Let's see. What else do I want to mention? I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. I liked it. It wouldn't be my favorite Star Wars, but it wasn't bad at all. It was definitely better than I went in with pretty low expectations, being fully honest, because you all know how I've been feeling about this movie. I liked it. I really did. I don't know where I would rank it, going by the Star Wars movies. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. It's somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. And then there was just a lot of Easter eggs and cameos. Like I said, we have the Rogue One character, who wasn't who I was expecting. There were Easter eggs, like the Cloud Riders are from Legends, and they've brought them back to canon. They were just different in Legends. And then I think the tentacle monster in the Kessel Run was also a reference to the monster from the Kessel Run in Legends. I just can't think of the name. I think it had something to do with the Force. I know her name began with an M. I liked how they introduced Lando as well. That was good. I haven't read Last Shot. I started reading Last Shot, the book, but I never finished it. I need to go back and do that. And then, like I also mentioned, I really liked the new kinds of stormtroopers and seeing war from the Empire's point of view. It was cool because we've only ever seen it from the Rebel side of it, and we've always just seen the Empire as stone-cold killers, yet this kind of showed they are still people. You know, you got soldiers kind of making jokes with each other before battles, and I kind of wish we had seen a little bit more of what happened there. It was just cool. I love ground battles. Like, I don't think we have enough of those in Star Wars. Scarif, which was also mentioned, by the way, but Scarif was great in Rogue One. You had Hoth and Crate in Empire Strikes Back and The Last Jedi. I love ground battles in Star Wars. You had Kashyyyk in the prequels. It's funny, when Chewie was coming out, I was like, what in the world? Is that a Wampa? And then once again, when breaking out on Kessel, I don't know if this was another Rogue One character who showed up. It may not have been. It may have just been one of the same species. But once again, I thought briefly that may have been a Wampa. I'm like, why would there be a Wampa? They're not that smart. They're just carnivorous beasts on Hoth. That wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, I think that was just another Rogue One cameo. And I don't know that one's name. It's another one of Saw Gerrera's. I'll tell you that much. They were Saw Gerrera's rebels. And yeah, I laughed a lot. The movie got me laughing a lot. Force Awakens probably made me laugh more. And Rogue One definitely made me laugh more. Last Jedi, most things that made me laugh were the Porgs and the antics they did, and Chewie eating the one, but yeah. So I liked it a lot. It's out of the 4 new ones we have now, it probably would be my least favorite, but I still really enjoyed it. And I honestly don't know where I would put it in ranking. But anyway, that's what I thought of Solo mostly. Characters were good and well written. Plot was good. Story as a whole was good. I liked the actors they got for Han. He did a good job. I just still don't see him as Han Solo. And Lando, he was also good. And we got to see what Lando mentioned after what you pulled in The Empire Strikes Back. We got to see what Han pulled. It was pretty good. So, and he couldn't call him out on it because of obvious reasons in the movie. If you haven't seen it, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, that's what I mostly thought of Solo. I don't have anything else in my notes, so yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. And what'd you think of Solo? What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the highest. And like I said, I enjoyed it, and I kind of hope we get a book explaining what happened with Qi'ra and Maul and how Maul ended up where he was on Rebels. Maybe something that bridges the time between the two. That would be cool. And the music, that's something I didn't mention. I only got a couple seconds. I got this quick. The music was good. I loved it when John Williams' score was sampled, especially. The Duel of Fates was also briefly sampled at the very end during Maul's scene. Music, I liked it, and I might even get the soundtrack. So thanks, guys. This is really it now. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And one last time before I am taking this week off. So just to remind everyone.